Today's live is about penises.
Let's see how many times you said that word.
Oh, wait, 1 minute.
Is that the word of the day? Is that word you can't get out your head, Alex? Oh dear, I was going to go to bed early. I have had a little nap. Granny nap. My dog's snoring.
Right, can you speak?
I've been annoying neighbours every morning. Not my dog barking though.
Why has it done that for?
Yeah, my neighbour's got 3 dogs. One's a Chihuahua. One's a Jack Russell. No, it's not Jack Russell. It's a Yorkshire Terrier. And one's this big thing. It's a bit like a bull mastiff, right? And she locks them in the garden on a night. There's no kennel or anything. And they're locked in the garden. And I'll get up like 6 o'clock and the dog wants to go out. But I've got no gate, no fence out back, so I'm sick of running around park.
Chihuahuas you can literally kick across the whole UK. They're that small. I'm joking, by the way.
Well, so I let her out the front because I'm in the cul-de-sac. And guess what? The dogs are in the garden. My dog goes legging it to the fence, looking through the fence at them, and the bats start barking out, freeing them. Well, I know my next door neighbour, she's not bothered because we get up early, and so I'm at a kitchen window talking to her, and I was saying, "Dog's not bothering you, is it?" She says, "It's not your dog, it's theirs." I says, "Oh, just wait for her coming out." I said, "She's not got no control of him." And that blooming Yorkshire Terrier, I went out to put some stuff in the bin. It bit me. Yeah, bit me. I had my jeans on, and it nipped my ankle. I felt it, and I come in, and I got a tiny little hole where it bit me.
Yeah, called ankle biters.
Yeah.
Little wankers.
Yeah. Well, so these 3 dogs got no control on them whatsoever. So they're barking really loud. Then my dog starts, and I just never mind. She comes out and she's shouting, "Shut up, come away!" And they're going. I'm saying, one of them dogs will bite. No, one's a Chihuahua. That's bit me before.
Oh yeah.
One's a Yorkshire Terrier. That Chihuahua's bit me twice, but I was actually at the door.
Chihuahuas are thick shits.
Once was at the door, and once I was in their passage. But the Chihuahua, not the Chihuahua, the Yorkshire Terrier, that bit me on the way to my recycle bin. I come out of the house, shut the door, walked at the recycle bin, it come legging it from that side of the van opposite to me, and I thought, oh my God, and it's barking, and it just bit me.
Yeah.
It didn't cause damage, but just nipped me, right? And then there's this big bull mastiff thing that better not bite me, but I said to her all day yesterday, like last night, but they were lighting fires. They've set fire to grass outside the house.
Why it's dry? That's the most stupidest thing people can do.
Well, the getting evicted, right? and they're trying to stay there. And someone's had to come out. I think it was Citizens Advice or somebody and some councillor. Well, they've been there since 2011.
Wow.
They've been there, so 15 years. And when I drove past yesterday, I thought, oh my God, they've cleaned the windows for the first time.
Mm.
And they've took the Christmas decorations down, Christmas fairy lights, but have been hung up at kitchen window since the year we moved in.
Wow.
Since December of 2011. And I thought, oh my God, they've cleaned windows. But
It was only last week.
well, I only went in the passage and I come home, I had flea bites.
Kick them.
So the noise that they've been having parties, like they're playing loud music till like late at night. So they've stopped that, but they were outside having a fire outside front door, right? Big back garden full of weeds, grass wayside. So they're at the front now.
Well, if they cut
Set
the
fire
fucking
to
grass.
grass. Yeah, it's outside their house though. Every year they set fireworks off. I'm sat here terrified thinking my house is going to set a fire because they let it off outside my house. And then I have to get out drive and drive past them and they're setting fireworks off at middle of the road. I was like, well, I've got to drive
No,
down.
that's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Did I tell you what they chucked Yorkshire puddings at me? Burnt ones.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah.
They threw Yorkshire puddings at you.
Yeah, they rang police on me and said I'd been calling them vile names, like, I'll not repeat it, but he's in a wheelchair and it begins with an S, I'll not repeat it, but I never. And police come and I said, but I haven't. And they were going on about this loud music from me. I was like, it's not me having parties, it's them. Yeah. And she said, I've got it in for them. So, following weekend, they have another party. But she comes back and she has a go at me for apparently calling them this name. I says, I haven't. I says, look, I says, they chuck Yorkshire puddings at me. I says, that's racist. She went, that's not racist.
No.
Right? And
I can it's discriminating, not racist, it's discriminating.
Well, I said,
because he lives in the same country as you.
Well, no, right, it is because
it's discriminating.
it's the same country, but it's South Yorkshire I'm from.
But it's discriminating. Discriminating against somebody in a different area.
Well, I didn't say that. I got it wrong. I said it was racism. And she says, how is it racism? I says, because I'm not a Geordie, he is. And I'm originally from South Yorkshire. I says, so why else would he chuck burnt Yorkshire puddings at me? Right?
It's not class. I will argue that it's not class racism.
Right. So I got she started being making funny with me, and I started crying because I'm getting angry by this point. I cry when I'm angry. So I said, I said, just get out of my house. She went, pardon. I said, get out of my house. I says, I'm finding you very condescending. I says, how dare you come here and tell me that I've said this and I've said that? Well, it's them. Right?
Well, they don't know this. This is what you got to realise. The police don't just go, oh, we know who it is. They're not going to just know that. Right.
And I said, it's not me having parties every weekend. I says, half of them are in wheelchairs. I says, to get that drunk, I've had people in the street, claps, comatose off the drink, and they've put him in a wheelchair and wheeled him home. I says, I've had people throwing up in the street. I go outside and there's a pile of sick. And I says, look, just go. So she leaves. And that's where I thought, sod this. I went and got some security cameras. But my drive one catches their house. So I said to him, is it okay? I've put these cameras up. And you can't see in your windows of anything, but it catches like the street bit. She went, no, that's okay. And it weren't like pointing on their house, but I could see the road. Well, got them up on the Wednesday or Thursday.
You didn't even have to tell them, to be honest.
Well, I thought if they knew, they might stop doing the shit.
No, they'll probably damage them.
So on the Saturday, how can they do that? They're in wheelchairs. Right. So on the Saturday, Saturday night, boom, 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 boom. It's always I wouldn't mind. Yeah,
what
I wouldn't mind.
What party was that?
Played,
a gay party?
Yeah, I'm a Barbie girl. That's the music they're playing, right? Pumping on it, and I'm thinking, oh my god,
I think they're
decent music on at least, right?
I think they're doing it to wind you up.
No, they're getting drunk, right?
Why the fuck do we playing Barbie Girl? It's not a thing I listen to. No offense.
Well, when I lived in this flat, the neighbour downstairs had young kids, and he kept reporting me for stuff. He didn't like me, and he used to play Trumpton and what's it? Barney is a dinosaur. That at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Why the fuck would they be playing that? How old are they?
No, it was a babby. It was a mum. It was a daddy that didn't like me. Well, the neighbour. I got back to the neighbour. Not opinion change. So, the Saturday they have a party. And still to this day, the tasting music still
shit
beyond belief, right? It's like going to your grandma's 70th birthday, or that one of them cheesy wedding discos. It's like one of them with Tweety Pie song. And so the Saturday comes, they're getting drunk. I've turned into a curtain twitcher by then, but I've got it on me telly, watching them and listening. Didn't tell them there were any sound. Then it gets to later on, and I'm thinking, wait, getting the thrown up in drain, they chucked a glass wine bottle towards me house. That what last thing they did. Someone got drunk and they wheeled them off in wheelchair, and I'm thinking everything's happening at once, and then bonus, someone chucks a wine bottle towards the car into the cul-de-sac street right in front of me where I'm going to pull out with car. So I go outside with dustpan and brush, and I went, yo, get over here, get that cleaned up now. I'm sick of this, right? Fed up. They come over, they cleaned it up. Sorry, right? Look, it was one at Twinnies who knows me. He come over and cleaned it up. He was going, it weren't me. I went, I know it weren't you. I says, I appreciate you cleaning it up. And then he went, I put it in bin, and he went over and he was like, will you stop chucking glass bottles and that? That's disgusting. You should have gone over and cleaned it up. You did it. Right, I'm listening. I'm thinking, go on there, get him told. Then I keep it. I save it. Then following weekend, right, out at Bloom, well, it weren't even a week, right? My puppy dog, she just had her injections, first ones, so she's allowed out. So I says, don't take her out park, just take her out in front and like get her used to being outside. So first time she'd ever been out, they grabbed the lead out of her hand and dragged the dog, puppy, out of her arms and ran up the street with her. This was the one of them that's not in wheelchair.
Do
And
I
I
need to
hear
know what happens next?
Well, I hear my daughter shouting, and I heard the puppy yelping,
Can we not
and my
talk?
daughter's going, "You've hurt me dog, you've hurt me dog," and screaming. So I goes to the door, and she's got a dog in her arms, and dog's crying. She went, I says, "What's happened?" And she's crying. She says, "They've dragged her out of my arms, and they've dragged her up the street, and they've hurt her." So we take her to the vets, and they broke her leg on the growth plate. So they said, "We can't put out on it or anything, but you need to cage her. You need to get a cage and put them in
Are
the
they
cage."
still living there? Because I might go around there and punch cunts in the face.
They're the ones that are getting evicted, right? So
Why
we get a
do
cage.
that to a fucking animal? What absolute?
No, there were kids as well. Kids.
Why do you think I don't want to talk about it? Because I end up saying something and regret.
But we went to vets, and luckily I got the puppy insurance which I got within the first inoculations, right? They give you a mum's puppy insurance of 6 weeks. And we went to vets, but we show them puppy insurance thing, and it says we had to pay for the treatment, and then we claim the money back. That's how it worked, right? So I have to pay £400, right, for x-rays, and then I have to come home and have to buy a crate, and I couldn't do. I put her in the crate on the night time, and I couldn't leave her there. She just cried. So that's what I took her into my bed, and I made her comfortable. Why the fuck
do these pricks get away with this? That's a fucking prison sentence and a half.
Well, so
people don't know this. Animal abuse is illegal, and you get like
and no excuse for 13 and 14-year-old. They should know better, right?
No, I should fucking euthanize. Sorry.
Yeah. So,
gonna be a prick.
I used to let her
You should grab one of them, rope round them, and drag them.
I've got a video. I've actually got a video. I'll have to dig it out. It's it'll be on my OneDrive, and I know what year it was. I'll find it. And of her hobbling around, this little puppy, trying to walk around with a broken leg. So, I started.
What?
She became very clingy to me. I used to let her sleep on bed, and I started making her a little comfy place next to me on the sofa. Bad thing to do, because she likes to get on bed with you now, right? None of my other dogs has ever slept in beds with me before. Just her, easy. And then about 2 or 3 months later, they're having a party. I goes outside, and I said, "Look, I'm fed up of this." I says, "Can you go in and shut your door, right? You don't have to have a party in the street." I says, my daughter's got school in the morning. You've got school in the morning, and it's 11 o'clock at night. He's 18 now, so it's 4 years ago.
So he's 18 and they're having a party every.
Oh no, sorry. It's not 18. It's 25, and so he was 14 when it happened. Oh God, I'm better. Right. I can't even remember how old dog is. Dog was just 6 weeks, right? So I went out and I said, "Tell them to go in and shut the door and take the party indoors." And I got loads of abuse. So I come in and I ring police, and I went out and I said, "Look, I've rang police and that, and they shut up and they buggered off." So I ring police back. I says, "Look, it's all quiet now, but I still want to make a complaint." someone, so they come back the next day to do an appointment. And it's this same woman, the same couple who come before. She went, oh, I'm here again, am I? I'm here again, am I? I said, yeah. So I started saying to her about how they broke the dog's leg. Like a month ago. And she went, oh no, it weren't a month. It was less than a month. And she said, don't look broken to me. I went, what?
You told her,
She
fuck
says,
off.
doesn't look broken to me.
Yeah, because it's just been healed.
Looks fine, right? So she went, that's when she said, what have I got into for him? Right?
Yep.
So I said, I went, right, get out of my house. I said, give me a name. I said, let me write your number down. So I said, get out of my house. And she says, look, you need to leave him alone. You need to, I went, get out of my house. I don't want to talk to you, get out of my house. So as she's leaving, I'm going, look, just go, get out of my house at the door. And my mate's coming in. And she works for government, right? And she was like, what's going off? I says, this busy come, policy's here. I says, I've rang them. I'm being told to leave them alone. And there's no wrong with my dog. They didn't break the dog's leg, right? And
yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to scam money off them.
Everyone's making shit up half the time.
Well, I said, because I said to him, you owe me 400 quid for vet bill, right? Then the copper left and my mate come in. She went, look, phone up and speak to a sergeant. Calm me send down, speak to a sergeant. So I rang up and I showing her this video, what I got off previous. So I ring up and I've calmed down. I said, asked to speak to a sergeant and that. And he says, look, I'll come out tomorrow. So he comes out, I show him video and I show him the receipt. I went and got the because I paid it and I got like a little till receipt. And then, so I went back to the vets and I said, look, can you give me a sheet where it's got all the treatment on it, how much I paid and what have you? So she did. So when the copper come, the sergeant, show him this bit of paper from vets. I says, yeah, I asked for £400. I says, and last time, I says, the time before, when they were chucking Yorkshire puddings at me, I tell her about them drinking in street and that. She said, I've got, well, where's your proof? I said, so I've got cameras up. I said, so when I have to ring them back again, because the abuse I'm getting in street, and I've asked for the £400 back. I says, I'm not going to be abused. And when I've reported it, I said, look, they broke the dog's leg. Weren't that day, it was before, like 3-4 weeks previous, the dog's getting over it by that time. I says, and there's the bill. Because it cost thousands. I still had to pay 400 quid. I thought I was paying for that treatment that day, on my puppy insurance.
Yeah.
So they asked for £400 towards treatment, so I pay it. It cost well over £1,000, but that £400 was the excess for the insurance. So I had to pay that first. That's what it was, and I never got that back. And I had to buy a cage for her, which I ended up giving away. I don't know why I don't sell things, give away. I pulled him up. I pulled him up over there, talking about that. Well, he was laughing. I says, "Can you remember when you talked Yorkshire puddings at me?" He was like, "Yeah." I mean, it's funny now, but they won't dare. I mean, I get anything happens now, I just go outside in the street and I just get them told. and the doers, they just go, we do it. But And yeah, when I went, so yesterday, last night,
How
I
many
went out.
cigarettes have you had so far? Fucking hell.
The roll-ups, and I've not smoked the whole one. I just smoke a bit of it and leave it.
Oh, so your light
Like-
kept us picked up like 4 times.
So I went out last night
Sounds like it's
because I
dry.
want to let dog out. I want to let dog out, and it's pitch black, and I'm not chasing around looking for. I've bought her a flashy collar so I can see her when I'm trying to find her in park when she's done off. So I says, look, I says, can you take the dog in? It was like Yorkshire Terrier a bit before. The Yorkie. And I says, because I want to let dog out. I says, my dog's all right round other dogs. I says, don't know what your dog's. He went, oh, it's only good, it's only all right round dogs that he knows. I'll take him in because he'll probably bite your dog. And I thought, right, the power of my dog's jaws of an English bulldog. Yeah. So I thought, I says, I wouldn't want it to bite my dog. I says, I can see which one's going to win and it's not going to be that little thing. So he takes the dog in and I let my dog out. But because she knows they're there, she runs over. So she goes over to him and he's next to this. It's like a metal beer barrel. And it's been cut.
Dogs, or does she just snip them?
Well, the fire's in this metal beer barrel that's got the top cut off and he's chucking in big pieces of wood, right? And there's no weight to it. It's aluminium, and he puts in this big.
He's putting fire in aluminium. Okay.
Yeah, in an aluminium beer barrel, right? And he puts this big chunk of wood in, like 4x4, and it leans over with weight at wood and falls over. He moves his chair back, and my dog just got out of weight, nearly fell on her. Fell over. And fire, and then the grass started on fire. I went, come on. And when I let her out earlier, she hadn't been over. I think she knows the dangers. It's like she just looked and walked opposite. Honestly. And he went, oh, nearly hit her that. And I went, yeah, she was looking there. Are you all right? And he said, yeah. It fell towards him and she was in front of his wheelchair getting a stroke. So he put the bit of wood in, and as it started to fall, she ran one way and he pulled back on wheelchair and it just tipped over right where my dog was. It didn't she jumped out at way straight away. But luckily, if he hadn't noticed it, well, he's going to notice it because it was the wood he put in that tipped it over straight away. And grass started on fire. And it's pitch black. And his two mates, two lasses. I thought one would have blown, but there's these two lasses. And they're putting it out with their feet. And I just buggered off. And then I wanted to get a shower. And I bought one of them Temu watch straps. And it's like makes it gold coloured and that. I've had that on. And I couldn't get it off. And I tried all sorts. So I went back out. I says, can you get this off? And in the end, I says, come in so you can see. I've only been trying to get the clasp off the wrong end. I'm using hinge. But yeah. I says, don't go out and tell them I've been using wrong side. Tell them I'm doing wrong side. So,
a bit like using a condom the wrong way.
Yeah, on your head.
Oh, I did that once.
Oh.
But this is the funny part. I was actually a volunteer at this time. I wanted to run around the youth centre with the fucking thing on. They said, do not do that. I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because obviously they didn't want to volunteer running around with a condom in their head. That would have been
That
interesting.
That J for Justice, right? She was reviewing that Trisha Griffin. Well, that Trisha, she owns Web Sleuths. Web Sleuths has been bought out by Off-Ram Labs. Off-Ram Labs is the one that did the Koberger DNA. And then Laurie
Can I ask, is all
Chad
of this
Daybell.
over? Is this all over? The boy went missing.
Yeah, this was before Sebastian went missing.
Over Sebastian Rogers.
It's been going on for years. So
why are they doing it like? I swear the police should get involved and say, look, you need to stop now because it's stupid.
Well, there's this chat I go in, and Kresha, she's called Difficult Research, her brother, and like Laurie's daughter, so it's like a daughter through her husband marrying, and a little nephew, and the mum and this bloke who she married, she murdered her husband, but
that's about right.
Well, she didn't murder her husband. Her brother shot her husband by accident, apparently. Right?
I mean, you got a gun in your fucking hand.
Self-defense, right? Self-defense. And he got off with it. And this Chad Daybell, he murdered his wife. But they put it down so the bury her, right? And no comes of it because I think she's dying natural causes. Then, at some point, they murdered the 2 children and they put them in this fire pit, right? And then they bugger off to Hawaii and they get married. And they've got this cult, right? Forgot what it's called. And the Church of the First Part. And he's like the leader, this cult. And when they get arrested, because people want to know where the kids are and kids aren't with him. And they go to Hawaii and like I think she gets arrested first. Yeah, she does. They haven't found kids by this point. And then they go to Chad Daybell's house and they put him in car and they start searching and they come across the burnt child remains of one child. Oh, it's sick. And the other one. And this Trisha Griffiths, this what's called Web Sleuths, every year she does a fundraiser for the end of the world. Right? It's not World Book Day or Mother's Day, it's End of World Day. Right? And I watched J for Justice, like reviewing it, and that what's his name, Aspen Connors comes on, and they're having a sleepover. So I went in. We were all going in asking what's happened to the money. Well, this Stacey, AI Stacey, no one's ever seen her face. She's there in a AI person in her jammers. Trisha goes to put her jammers on. This Aspen Connor, when I come back in, he's got his jammers on and he's got a night cap on. And it looks like he's got a condom with tits stuck on his head. That's what it looks like. And as I was watching it, and Kresha comes in, and like I said, she's the brother, the sister, the auntie of the kids, and her mum, Kay, she's rang the school because they'd done a fundraiser for their school, and messages Kresha and says, $100 she donated. Yes, $100, right? But she's been doing these fundraisers for 6 years, 7 years, right? And she done one last night. It's supposedly for another school. And this woman, she knew, she befriended her, Beth B, a subscriber of hers, an old lady, very intelligent, and she love bombs her, befriends her, and then tells her that something's happened and a roof's blown off or something, and she's got to find somewhere to live. So this Beth B lets her move in with her, but then she moves out and Beth B pays the rent. Then Beth B, she's this Trisha Griffiths. She's like looking out for her and that. I don't know what's happening in background, but the J for Justice reviews it, and she says, "Oh, she took ill really quickly, and I went to the hospital, and she told me to take her phone and look after it, and not to give it to anyone, and then she wasn't talking, so I had to leave to feed the dogs. So I went to feed the dogs, and then she died suddenly.
Oh.
Within a few hours, we were taking phone from the hospital. But this Beth B has got somewhat like an executor. She's got no children, she's got no immediate family, but this woman is the executor of her will, and she's donating everything to animals, right? No. Trisha takes the phone, and apparently Beth B sends her a message from beyond the grave, text message saying, "Be you." Right? She reads it online. And then the executor of the will wants the phone back, gives the phone. Well, J for Justice reviewed what I'd seen last night, and she's saying, "Yeah, I had all the passwords and everything." She said, "Stacey helped me get into the phone." And then she went, "Oh no, I had all the passwords and everything." Right? I was like, "Yeah." She's took it to court because verbally, this Beth B wants her to have the house. So she's been turning up at the house, this Trisha, and she can't get in anymore. And they've bolted the front gate, and she can't get in the back gate way neither. And then she's like, "Oh, someone's following me. They're watching me. Someone's watching me. That's it. Neighbours are watching her." No, like that. I was like, she's mad. She's a mad lady. Honestly. And then this Cresher, I would say, she's not been, I won't even say it's a year that she's been started doing a YouTube, but as soon as I realised who she was and that, I just went over to support her. And the first live she did, like the first one where she's done it about hidden true crimes, that Lauren Matthias, and how like Chloe's doing and that, getting close to Sebastian family. This Lauren Matthias did it to her family, caused Cresher and a mum came to like distance themselves from one another, divide and conquer tactic. And then but Cresher has got this gut feeling something's wrong, and it was. And they've allowed them people in their homes. They've done interviews with them. They've become like really close to her, Lauren Matthias. And she thinks that John's a doctor. No, he's not. He's got the title. It's like an honorary title. God knows how he got that. He's probably got money. And he's like psychoanalyzing all the stuff that's happening in this case. And but Lauren Matthias is putting stuff out that shouldn't be out there. But it all comes together, and they've distanced themselves, and they've realised what they've done and how they're being conned, and they're still being conned to this day with this use this day. The victims every year on this anniversary end of days, they're reminded by Trisha doing these weird ass bloody fundraisers, right? Jama party last night, and I waited hours for them to just mention the victims' names, and even then they didn't mention them all. And all the time it was Laurie and Chad and Weird Man. And then she says, I'm not one of the chosen ones. And I'm thinking, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Because maybe you are. You talk of does much. That's what I think. And I went in, and all I put was $100, right? I got blocked. So I went in on my other account, and I blocked all the mods, and I blocked Tracy's channel, but I didn't block a co-host, Stacey. So it took them a while to block that comment because they couldn't see it. Right? So
Mods can actually see it. It doesn't matter if you block them or not. Anyway.
They can see it. They could see it in StreamYard, but not on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that
the mods aren't in StreamYard.
But I've clocked. So I think that Stacey's watching it on StreamYard, and all other mods are doing it in. But so I went back into Jay's chat, and I said, "Oh, it took them a while to delete that comment, because if you think there'll be loads of other people going in that are blocked, and I can't see them in there, and she's deleting comments, but the other mods are also deleting them comments, but." So I said, delete all the mods in chat, and that just leaves Stacey to deal with all those trolls, if you get me. One person to deal with a lot. And there was over 1,000 in that chat. And then I was watching them on other screen, and people must have gone in and deleted blocked all mods. And Stacey, I went, oh, suddenly Stacey was gone. She's gone. She jumps down. Yeah, because she's too busy in bloody StreamYard. And there were loads of comments she was missing. And mods couldn't see them, you see. So that was fun. And Jay kept saying, we're winning. Because Jay had about 800 in the chat at that time. And Trisha Griffin, usually she's got loads of people in the chat. No, there were less than 200. And I think we have people coming in saying, all you donated was $100. Leave the family alone. Why are you doing this? It's disgusting. Like all them people seeing them comments with it, I'm not donating. And then she says, I'm saying to Jay, where's the donation link? I can't find it. And then Trisha goes, we're not going to, with all these trolls going in, we're not going to post the donation link. We're going to do it over next few lives, or we'll put it in the, post it on this community channel. I thought, yes, because, you know. But yeah, she dropped herself in it again. She donated $100 to the kids' school after this fundraiser. So Kay rang the school and finds out she donated $100 a month at the beginning of the month, not the day of this fundraiser. She donated the $100 before the fundraiser, right? It's like, so we're saying, where's the other money for fundraiser? And she said that went directly to the school. the $100 I personally donated. I did not collect any of that money. I never saw any of that money. Well, I never saw any of them links neither. Right? So that's easily sorted. If the money was paid directly to the school via their link, right, then the school will know whether they got donations on that day, a huge number of donations the day, weeks after she donated the $100 privately from her account, her personal money. So that day, which was yesterday, what anniversary, right? So you just look on, see who donated. And I said that in Jay's chat last night. And then 10 minutes later, she says, and anyone that donated to the school, it wouldn't have all been on that day. They might have decided a month later or 2 weeks later to donate money. And Jess went, Jay for Justice. Why is it called Jess? That's Granny's watching. She says, what's it? She says, they're watching. So they're watching. Yeah, they had to be watching. That was mad. But that's me trolling, asking a question, a reasonable question. That's a troll.
Probably not best thing to start saying trolling on my channel.
No, that's what they called me. And yesterday I got called fat, ignorant, stupid, one of nonsense's hounds. It's like, these people are mad. Mad.
Yeah, that's not real true crime. It makes the real true crime look ridiculous. None of them are true crime.
They're not covering true crime. They're committing
definitely
crime.
not.
They're committing crime. That's what they're doing.
Well, we can't prove that. The thing is, we can realise that laws are different in every country.
They're proving it now. No, laws are different, right? They're not going to go to court or prison for it. They might do if they've conned enough money off these families and getting involved in active cases. They might end up in prison with a bit of luck. But the Bullhorn Betty Ant, they get away with it. Oh my God! Oh, that Anne Widdecombe. Well, it's mad because we weren't allowed to speculate. Then it came out that, and it weren't terrorism. Then it came out that it was terrorism. Terrorism police, but not to speculate. And
Which
then
country?
they showed him getting in the car.
Which country?
In England, Anne Widdecombe. And that bloke, he gets so they find out is in Rotherham, and then they show the video of him leaving to go down there, and it looks like he's got like a wood baton.
Oh, you're talking about the politician. I don't
yeah.
Getting the name.
Yeah. 78-year-old lady in what's it called?
Don't know.
That place where she lives.
A house.
Not Norfolk Brook, the place. Like you've got Saddleworth Moor in the Pennines. The place. Is it Dartmoor?
Dartmoor, yeah.
Right. So she's in a really tiny village in Dartmoor, really rural place, country roads to get there, middle of nowhere. So she's been on telly that morning on news thing. And then she was talking to Channel 4 because she was going to go on Channel 4 and do an interview on there. And so, bless her, she was sat at a table eating her lunch with her doors open because we had a heat wave.
Oh, yeah. Somebody came up behind her and whacked around there with a hammer.
21 times with a hammer. An 81-year-old woman. And then got in his car and drove back to Rotherham. What goes through people's heads? And then when
They
it come out,
probably didn't like what she did.
well, when it come out that she'd been murdered, because they didn't know she'd been murdered until autopsy. They thought she might have fallen and banged her head, which, you know, all people do.
But what I want to know is, how the fuck did they get past all that security if she's a politician? They would have had security.
There ain't no security. That's what Nigel Farage was given money before he took office. And they tried to make out, when he took office, he declared it, and they said, you've got to get it back. And he said, no, I'm using it for security. No, you're not paying me security. So he used it for that. And he's been saying for a while. Well, he's been saying for a while that the Reform
He's
Party.
resigned now anyway, so.
Well, Reform Party weren't getting any security whatsoever. And you know what happened as well? Just 2 or 3 days previous, she was on telly, like, so out at blue. This reporter,
this was assassination, not a fucking terrorist attack.
Well, 2 or 3 days before that, her house and her address was put out all over internet, right?
Resigned.
And all of it, all on news channels as well.
Why do you raise your voice when I'm actually trying to do speaks?
Sorry. So on these news channels, right, and like in Britain and on internet, this bloke jumps out of his parks up outside his house. He's driving down the country lane, parks up outside the house. He runs up a drive and he presses the doorbell, and Anne with come opens door, surprise, and invites him in. Right? 3 days later, she's murdered. So she's got no security, and there's a group of people that can't debate the violent, the evil, messed up in head, and he was one of them.
Oh, I got it wrong. All right, he's resigned from MP from Clacton. All right, sorry, there was an MP thing. No, he hasn't left for his.
And
no,
she used to be Church of England. She's really religious. She was, and she used to be Church of England, and she's nearly 80, but well, would have been 80. Well, really fit. She was in Big Brother house. She was funny, but her age and her religion.
My ship's getting hammered.
She was against trans. She was against. In her head, it's a man and a woman married. You are a man or a woman. That's her Christian belief. You can't knock her for her faith. And then she's staunch Church of England. She leaves Church of England because they're ordaining women, right? And in her head, women can't be priests, right? So she joins the Catholic faith, and because she turns more to their beliefs of you're married to God, and the priest is celibate, and the nuns are married to God. It's not married; it's a joining with God, and like a religion, Catholic, she don't believe in same-sex marriages. It's a man and a woman. That's her views, right? And that's so. But I was in this listening to professor's chat, and I went on to leave a comment. It weren't live, so I went in to leave a comment, and I just wrote rest in peace, and people might not agree with your views or your beliefs, but it didn't. this, but you didn't deserve this, right? And then someone in my comment replies and says, I'm trans. She's destroyed my life. She has messed with my head. Her views, hatred towards trans people. And I hope she died a slow, horrible death. And this and that. And I was like,
So
whoa.
basically, she got murdered because she didn't agree with
Yeah.
trans.
Yeah.
But there's
So
no.
I replied.
The thing is,
So
there's nothing wrong with trans people. The issue I got with it is when they're trying to think, oh, everyone should be like that. I mean, fuck off. You're going to do that. Don't shove it down people's throats. You want to do it? That's your fucking problem. I mean,
Well-
that's the problem with people. And why
So
kill
I
someone?
replied.
It's a bit fucking extreme.
Yeah.
I hope he fucking
So-
dies in prison.
I thought that comment was a bit extreme. So I replied, and I said, oh, I said, sorry you're feeling, I says, I'm sorry you feel that way. I says, but she's a 78-year-old lady who's been murdered in her own home, violently
Just
murdered,
because
right?
someone didn't like her views.
I said, violently murdered for her political views or whatever it is. When aren't you supposed to debate it? If you don't like someone's views, you debate it, right? I says, not.
I'm going to go off topic just quick. This is what I go on about is the human race has got fucking out of control. They all fucking do lally. We're all fucked. If we don't sort our fucking selves out, or we're either going to be a fucking third world war, or everyone's just going to be fucking at each other's throats all the time. If we have a fucking nuclear war, none of these trans people are going to give a shit about the people. They're going to worry about surviving, you know? I didn't say we're having one. I never said that. I said if we have one, which it can happen. See, people that think it will never happen are retarded. I'm sorry, but I'm saying it. Are very retarded because nuclear weapons do exist.
Why can't you just say intellectually challenged?
No, because that's the real word. It's my channel.
Well, I don't. You know what, Alex? You know what?
Fine, I will change it. Intellectual people, whatever. All right.
Intellectually
People
challenged.
that don't really understand how war works. Mainstream countries like US, Russia, UK, they won't use them because they know what will happen. It's terrorist organisations. If they manage to get hold of one, God knows what they'll do with it. This is the thing. You never know who's got what. See,
Alex, just because people call you that word,
I just say it in a general context. But the thing you've got to realise is I am autistic. That's what it means.
Yeah, but
So
just because people call you that, there's better ways.
But I'm not calling people that.
And if you said intellectually challenged, it don't make you seem like you.
All right. I really hope the UK goes to war. Gets rid of a lot of these bullshitters.
No.
Yeah. All right, and euthanize them. If they're going to fucking be like, oh, we're going to murder you because you didn't like this belief. All right, get euthanized then. You can't go around killing someone just because you're not happy. This person probably hasn't got anyone in his life. He's probably a loner. He's probably got nothing to lose. And he's like, I'm defending the trans people. Real trans people are going to be like, you're a fucking idiot. That's not what our beliefs are. There's ones that, look, I don't care if they are. I know a friend that's got it. I know a friend that is trans. That he's just not going to shove it down my throat. I don't know if he did that, but that's the thing. That's why I get really wound up with these fucking LGBTQ bullshit, whatever the fuck it is. Look, I get it. People can do it. I'm not going to be part of it.
Someone I know is being Matthew for years. I've always known him as Matthew. And now he's Cheryl. And sometimes I just don't think, and I go, Matthew or Matt. And he's like, he looks at you.
It's
and
annoying,
like,
but
it's like I punched him. I was like,
oh yeah, no, they get really funny if you say their name, original name. They get really funny with you, and I was like, mate, it's an easy mistake.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really difficult when you've got someone that you've known as a male and they suddenly change to a female. You just think to yourself, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't tell him like, oh, look, I don't agree with it. It's his body at the end of the day. He wants to do it. I'm all up for it. I don't care. But when it's all this LGBTQ stuff and they're trying to push it out, I don't agree with that. It's stupid. It's pissing people off.
The person that commented that, and I replied, and then at the end of it, I said, yeah, it should be debated. And yeah, I'm up for a debate, but now's not the time. That's what I said. And he never commented that. But
yeah, I do that a lot. It is wild. I mean, see, the thing is, it's like the left. They're like, refugees are welcome here. All right, okay, they are welcome here, but not doing what half of them are fucking doing right now. I'm not saying all of them are bad, but the thing is, these people at protests go up to them and go, so if you want them here, why don't you open your doors and say, you can come here? They won't do that. They'll say, nah, don't have space. And it's like, well, shut the fuck up then.
But that's the point. They blow it out of proportion, mate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, refugees are welcome. Some of them are legitimately running away from war.
Some of them are liars. And the rapists.
Some of them say, oh yeah, I'm 13. And you quite clearly see they're not
they're the vilest of the vile. But there's maybe one or two of them to 50 of.
See, I watch a couple of YouTubers that are Muslims, physical Muslims, but they're not going around radicalizing. They're like, no, we want to be here. But some of them don't want to be here to just fucking do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Like they own the place.
And then, after repatriation of with India and it was split up, I've got friends like that are second, third generation Hindus, and
but
they get better and called is the Islamophobic people. That no, you can't be Islamophobic and an Hindu.
Not every immigrant is dangerous. Not every British person is.
And not every Asian or black person.
See, the other day when I talk about Muslims, I'm talking about the radicalized ones, the ones that think, oh, we can blow the West up. And it's like, good luck with that, because obviously counter-terrorist police are actually working hard to counteract the terrorists. That's their job. So they're doing. Yeah. There's a lot of shit going on. You can be walking down the street and go, there's nothing going on. It's not in our country. It's around the world. The UK is at war with itself. We've gone through 10 prime ministers. That cat is probably more.
US is at war with itself, but their prime minister
physically is literally destroying itself. It's not to do with the government. It's to do with stupidity.
Well, do you know, like the Middle East, like United,
the Middle East,
places like that. They don't have to worry about attacking us, infiltrating us. They just have to sit back and watch us destroy ourselves.
There's other countries now involved. It's in the Middle East. Some countries are involved. A lot of flights have been cancelled because of the war going on in the Middle East. It's got really bad. A lot of people go, they've always had war. Not at this extent. It's escalating, by the way.
It's 2022.
No one knows how bad it's going to get. It could calm down. in the
Sorry,
next
20,
week.
I said 2022. I'm 2026, right?
Yes.
And why are we defining people by religion or skin colour and not
Exactly.
defining them and judging them by the person that they actually are?
But you know exactly. It's to do with resources. See, the thing is with Iran and the US, they've never liked each other, nor Israel, to be honest. But Israel going around bombing Iran, whether
Oh,
they
don't get me
fucking feel
started.
like it.
I'm leaving that one. I'm zipping it. I'll be back in 1 second. I'll leave you.
Oh no,
leave
you're
Dawn.
gonna zip just for that.
I know I need to grab a drink.
No.
Oh.
So yeah, so Israel basically is just blowing the shit out of everything. But it's very complex. Do you think a lot of people would disagree with me and like saying we should fucking have a massive war? That's just my opinion, unfortunately. But you know, it winds me up when you've got these transgender bullshit going around. You know, like killing people just or getting really angry or violent. It's just sometimes you just think to yourself. There was a video I saw and I downloaded it. This shows how fucked it is. This is in the US. This copper was just like, really?
I'm back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Ships down. Yeah, okay. So I've got a video of this. Oh look, Angel. Look.
What?
Look at this.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Well, you haven't because I haven't showed you it yet.
No, I've seen them before.
Well, you haven't. No, what I'm about to show you, you haven't.
Your back.
Yes.
I know I was on about the background. Who's that?
That's Melissa.
I like
lying,
I
and
like
I
to
take
lie.
drugs to the
I'm a
events.
Oh, is it?
That, you know, the woman that was laughing at me.
Oh yeah.
Her.
Yeah.
And I got one for this guy as well. I hope he's fucking watching a fucking pleb. Alex, you're a fucking troll. Alex, you're a fucking troll. Guy's a fucking idiot, you know.
I'm not bothered if I'm a troll. Troll means to control. Well, I'm a good troll, so I don't mind. That
actually doesn't mean that, but yeah.
It does, doesn't it?
No. It's not what
Sure
it means.
It does.
If you go, all right, let me show Google this quick. I need to show a video as well. Internet troll, what does it mean? If it says what you just said, I'm going to be like, Wah. An internet troll means a temporary, what? Oh, fucking hell. I was wondering what temporary.
Was I right?
Oh, a minute. Troll.
Online trolling.
Internet troll, that's what they call internet trolls, because obviously we're on the internet. An internet troll is someone who posts mean, fake, or upsetting messages online.
Oh, well, I'm not one then.
Just to make people angry or get their attention. Well, you ain't going to do it to me. I'll just wind them up. What does trolls do? Start fights. They write angry words or cause and social media, chat rooms, or game sites. Hide who they are. They often use fake names or secret accounts so no one knows if it's them. Act like it's a joke. If people get upset, trolls will stay. They were only joking. Well, I do that. Whoops. To make the other person feel bad. Why do they do it? For fun. They think it's funny to watch people get mad. Unless you don't get mad. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
This is why it annoys me. Get mad with trolls. It's like, you get mad with them, block them, move on. This is what you have to do. For attention, they want people to reply and give them more power. That's what they're doing.
Or derail them. So if someone's hitting the nail on the head about a certain
troublemakers, basically.
Yeah,
and that Barry guy is a fucking troublemaker because he's spreading around shit that's not even true.
Yeah.
The thing is with YouTube is people got to go, don't just turn around and go, oh, it's that person.
So technically they can't call J for Justice a troll because all she asked was the comment.
She's not a troll. If she just asks a question, it's not a troll.
No,
it's simply
just asking a question.
Yeah. If somebody just starts saying that in a chat, just like you know, just say to them like, okay, what does an internet troll do? If they say, oh, you, then they don't know what they're talking about.
And do you know what else to do? Truth does this. It'll be in somewhere, like it was in Trisha's, he was on panel, and somebody put his wife's name in. I don't think he's married. I really don't think he's married.
If
and I think it was, I think it was Truth that put his wife's name in that.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me.
And like you said, I wouldn't have known if you hadn't said, "Oh, Trisha, that person's put my wife's name in chat, kicking off."
If he didn't say anything, no one will know the wiser.
Exactly.
So don't ever give in to a troll. You just go.
And then everybody thinks, poor Truth's wife. He hasn't got a wife. He's vile. He's a liar. He don't know what he's talking about.
How do you know he hasn't got a wife or not?
When he said, "Oh, my mum used to tell me, don't touch the bird," or was it Chloe? Don't touch the bird because the mother will reject it. And I'm thinking, what are you on about?
It does.
What about? That's newborn kittens and dogs, puppies. And it's not.
Birds do it.
Puppies. And the only reason a cat or a dog would reject a puppy or a kitten would be because there's something wrong with it. And it knows there's something wrong with it. So it don't want to feed it.
Yeah.
It wants
so human can touch it. They know.
No, I'm just educating these fickle.
But you know what's funny is I picked up my sister's dog and she looked at me like watching, obviously. So she knows it's her dog.
Yeah.
No, not my sister.
Right,
the mother of the puppy was sort of keeping her eye out. But this is a funny thing. She didn't really look after them. She kept sitting on them. All the puppies, she'll sit on them. Or they're having a drink or feeding, she'll get up and they'll hang in there.
Well,
St. Bernard are dumb.
That old lady who I used to go out, clean her house and like take dogs for a while. She had 2 black labs, both girls. And one day I went round, she went in, and then she rings us. I put a little note through the door that I'd been. She rings me and she said, "Oh yeah, I was taking the dog because I've left her overnight to, like, what's it called? To get her pregnant. She's left her with this other male dog, right? Breeder." I go round a few days later and she's like, got the dog back and she's like, "Oh, I hope it's like worked and that this time and whatever. It didn't work last time." And I'm looking at the other dog thinking, "Oh, has that just had babies?" So I ask her, I said, "When was last time that one had babies?" "Oh, yeah, I sold them ones, 1,500, but she only had 5. I'm thinking, So one of her friends, this woman who is a friend, had come round. We're in the garden talking, and she says it's like a puppy farm, innit? And I thought, I said, she says, yeah, she's 84-year-old, and she's still letting the puppies have, like, give birth. So I've got the video of the puppies after they've been born, because I was there. And I've never seen puppies being born, right? And I got a phone call like 2 in the morning. Oh, she's having puppies. She's had one. So I go straight round and they help deliver these puppies. Well, she delivers them. And there was one puppy stuck and she pulled it. And because I knew that, I was going to be there, I'd gone on Google and learnt all about it, even learned how to resuscitate a puppy. So it was stuck for a good 5 minutes, something like that. And it was out of all of them, because it was a black lab. All of them were black. And there was just that one was the only golden one, right?
Yeah.
And she pulls them out, she gets it out, and she puts it, she went, oh, it's dead. And she just pushed it to one side.
What can you do with it?
So I got the puppy and I put it on my knee on a towel, and I kept rubbing it and like cleaning the not putting my mouth on its mouth, but blowing into its mouth. As I was blowing in, bubbles were coming out of its nose and mouth frothing, and I was wiping it away, and I was putting my little finger in, cleaning slime out, and I was doing it again, and I was rubbing it. Another one was born, and she said, just put it to one side. I went, no, I'll try. I says, I'm gonna have to keep trying.
Thing is, at a certain point, if you keep doing it, you just get to a point where it's just.
Well, I was at that point where I want to just cry, and I had in my heart I was going to save this puppy. It's not going to die on me, and I said to her, just let me try a bit longer, and all hope's going. And then all of a sudden it started moving, and it was alive. And you know what she said to me? And she's a Baptist minister. What she said? Oh, you saved it.
Yeah.
Oh, you saved it.
See, thing is, my mum's dog and another sister's dog, Jack Russell, they got together. My mum keeps convincing everyone that the father is not my mum's dog. It's quite funny. Anyway.
Well, afterwards, we're all sat there having a cup of tea, and the woman who'd said about the puppy farm, after that had happened, that was that night actually in the garden. So, well, it weren't night, it was morning, because getting light at that time. We sat around having a cuppa, and she said, well, that's earned me another £1,000. And I went, I thought you sold last ones for 1,500. She went, yeah, I did, but I don't think we'll get 5,000. I don't think we'll get 1,000 for this one, this litter, because of COVID. Everybody went buying dogs and they didn't want them anymore. So there's loads of dogs being like given away. So people sooner get a dog that's a year or two old than spend.
I think people that get dogs and give them away should be banned, because what's happened is it damages their relationship. You know, it's not fair on them.
Well, Cluminati, when she used to show her dogs online, every time they were pregnant, and then so I said,
how many times was it pregnant?
Been twice.
It's only in a period of certain period.
Well, over the 2 years, it was twice.
She might have a license to do it. That's the thing. You can't just assume she's doing something illegal, you know.
No, because she kept saying, I've got puppies for sale. Got puppies for sale.
She's
And I was
probably
like,
a breeder.
no, like, I'm in it, like, for months and years. Over a year. And then now, then when she come back, when Truth come back, I was like, how's the puppy farm going? Joking. I put jokes, right? She don't show puppies now, but if you listen, when she goes outside, you can hear dogs barking. Like they're in, like barking.
Well, if she did get caught doing that, it is I guess a 20-year prison sentence.
She's in America, man. They're not bothered.
Yeah. No, oh, yeah, they are. Oh, yes, they are.
No.
Yes, the
Are they?
authorities will
That depends
throw
if
the
they know
book.
about it.
No, seriously, if you abuse animals, they put you in prison. They're really strict on animal cruelty.
I've got a little video on my channel where that's
So you're saying the US is not bothered is bullshit, because they are.
Well, Trisha, she's
If they
doing
catch
this live. She sat on couch and dog comes and she chucks it. The dog chucks it off away. Luckily, it didn't get hurt that time. And then other day, yesterday I think it was, when Jay was reviewing it, that 24-hour live charity thing she was doing, fundraiser. The dog got its squeaky toy, and you should have seen mucky look she gives the dog. Like,
Yeah.
I've jumped on Queen Bee's channel before, and she's cut me off because my dog's too loud.
She not heard of a mute
What's
button?
that snoring in the background? It's doing me head in. I'm
It
gonna
is
have to let
annoying.
it go.
But why didn't she just say, look, just put your microphone on mute?
Yeah, but they can sit and listen to snoring from BJ all night. You know what I mean? Tell me, dog to shut
It's
up.
boring because everyone's reviewing BJ. I'm going to be honest. BJ's fucking boring now. She's old fucking news.
They're all boring. Trisha talks is boring.
That's your
They're all
opinion.
boring.
That is your opinion, and you know.
No, they keep going on about the same thing.
But I will say, Trisha going on about fucking BJ's doing Maiden. That's why I've not watched it.
Yeah.
I don't hate her. I just don't want to keep watching the same thing. I feel like it's just the same. Because the thing is, what people got to realise when you're on YouTube, don't make it competitive. Not competitive. What do you call it when it's constant, same thing, repetitive? That's it.
Well, the people, what is it? You are the company you keep. Well, Trisha's company is very, very shady.
But like I said, we're not going to go into details of that because
I'm just saying you are the company you keep.
But then a lot of people say you're dodgy, you know.
Well,
but how do I know you're not just playing me right now? You never know. This is why I keep my walls really high. It doesn't matter who you are. Like you, Ryan, Liam. I'm still going to be... I don't trust anyone. It's not I don't hate you. I just don't trust you until a period of time.
But they do. It's like that honeymoon period when you, like I was saying to Ryan, you're on your best behaviour, and you join the groups.
I don't think he wants.
And you get into your Facebook and look what you.
I don't think he wants that public. Wow.
Yeah, and then they start writing in chat, because they're targeting you. They're looking into your life, your hobbies, your children.
The thing is, people did do that and they found nothing. All they found was me doing a dance-a-thon in a fucking with disabilities.
Yeah.
That was it. Is that all you can fucking find?
Yeah. And
no one's got anything on me. All they've got, all people. I'm not going to stop talking until I finish. Sorry, I have to be rude because you're not going to stop.
I'm like that. Can't help it.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah, you just made me lost train of thought. Thank you. that means it's probably not important.
No, you're on about Facebook and
Yes. So I threatened a few people. No, I have threatened people, and I'll put my point out there and go, yes, I did. But the thing is, people hold it against you. Go, oh, he's told the truth. Oh, it's like, do you prefer the truth or do you prefer a lie? Because if I lie and people find out, if I was threatening people and turn around and said, I never threatened anyone once, then that's a lie, you know. But I have threatened people. And then this fucking Barry guy, Barry Cumface, you didn't hear that? He's pushing his luck with me, to be honest. He has shut the fuck up about me now, recently. Because I kept sending him an email. And if I get mentioned, I'm going to keep sending him more fucking email.
That was funny when he said, oh, that's AI.
It literally was. It's like, you're an idiot, mate. It's quite clearly AI. You can look it up.
Yeah, but you're on Spectrum and, like...
He don't give a fuck. That's his attitude. He didn't give a fuck if I'm on Spectrum. He even said,
and you can read and write.
People.
You can read and write. Some words you struggle with. And, like...
No, it's a bit different, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's like... Oh,
a fucking 50-year-old.
Our word, I'm not going to say it, is an R word. Can't spell.
I'll just fucking say it. I mean, he's a manager. I don't know how that fucking happened.
No.
Retarded, yeah. I am a retard, yeah. Sorry.
It's like the word, spastic. It was the word. It was the place. It was in UK when I was a kid. It was the Spastic Society. We had charity shops. We had collections, and it weren't looked at.
It was a norm. The word was a norm there.
Yeah, it weren't a derogatory comment, right? Because it was, but since like genetics has come in and they can separate conditions. So for someone that has got like maybe on autism spectrum or other like developmental delays, like all sorts of issues.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So when years ago they'd say they call someone with developmental delays retarded, right? Medical condition like Julie, and that profound autism is a medical term, right? But we're not doctors and nurses here. Yeah, it is. We're not doctors and nurses here.
It's not frowned upon saying it. It is what it's called. You can't just, what other word can you call it? Non-verbal. It sounds worse. That's what you got to look at is, I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest.
But for some, I don't know if it's the word.
Thing is, retard is just a word. If people play on it, then then you gave it power. If you don't play there's no power to that word.
Yeah, and it's political correctness. So if someone says it, it just makes, instead of being like disgusted or like judging you for saying it, when you get called it a lot, but that's all right. You're all right. I'm all right to call you that because you're autistic, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not going to make this about autism.
No, I'm not going to. But nowadays, you say, "Oh, he's autistic. Oh, he's got Downs. Oh, they've had a stroke." Just because you can't speak properly, or you might sound different to people, doesn't mean to say your brain's not working. Same with an autistic person.
You're right. But our brain functions differently to neurotypical people.
Yeah. And Yeah, so that what annoys me with Julie, and I'll leave it at that, is she talks about her son in front of her son who has issues
But you're the
communicating.
only one that's getting offended by it.
Yeah, because I know that boy, man, right, understands everything she's saying, but he can't
Turn around and
communicate back.
shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing about me.
Yeah, he can't say that. He can't say shut up. You shouldn't be talking about me. No, it's they start punching walls or
But that can mean a lot of
meltdown.
things.
Yeah, because that's frustration. That is
It doesn't mean her saying stuff is making him frustrated.
no.
He may not understand what she is
No,
saying.
what I'm saying is, like, what I'm saying is, a meltdown is that as an autistic person's way of saying, "I'm not happy." Right?
Yeah. So how does she pronounce it?
So instead of
They call it
sitting there
behaviour.
on the phone and saying, "This is what I have to put up with," it's like this all the time. Get up, get him away from whatever it is, because he can't tell you what it is bothering him. Go for a walk around the garden, get his mind off it, or do
That's
something.
what those little that's what a tablet is good for. Is
Yeah.
having buttons so he
Yeah.
can say what he
Yeah.
feels.
So he can get into his own little zone. But because he's behaving like that, she takes the tablet off him. No, he'll smash it.
If it's not
And I'm
protected, yes, it will get smashed.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I do it all
Right.
the time.
So, right,
That's why I don't have
you
many
can buy protective covers, right? You can get insurance on them for next to pennies, right? And taking a comfort, something that they can.
Unless they're saying on the tablets wound him up.
No, she's took them. She's took it off him.
Well, even if he gets excited.
Yeah, it's like a punishment. She does. It's like to take a tablet off, like my grandson, right? And the echolalia, and repetitive things that it does on his tablet, right? And how the zone into it, like it immerse yourself in it. How cruel would it be for me to punish him, taking that away from him?
I thought you did.
I take my grandson, the only time I take that tablet off him is when he's going to bed. And he knows, I'll say, come on, get your tablet. I'll let him go to bed just an hour or so before bedtime time, and I turn the tablet onto take the blue screen off and put it on nighttime mode and let him play with it for an hour, and then I go up, I say, time to brush your teeth, get your tablet, I'll charge it. And he'll go and he'll give me it. I mean, there's times where I go up, I say, where's your tablet? And he can't tell me where it is. So then I have to go hunting. I found it all places. I found it in Wendy. I found it in shed. I found it in bushes, on trampoline, down the radiator.
See, what you have to be careful with it is he like Julie's son could be having something could be stressing him out. I mean, environments can actually stress him out without realizing it. This is it's an autistic thing, by the way. They can sense things that are not right. Like there's tension in that house. You can hear tension in Julie's voice, and her husband looks really pissed off. It's like, why the fuck are you filming this shit? It's nonsense, to be honest. Get it? Nonsense.
She's an advocate.
And if she did fucking see this and turn around and say, you know nothing about autism, I'm like, I've fucking got it. I think I should know.
Yeah. My son's on Spectrum, totally different to me. His sister's on Spectrum, totally different
It's
to
like
us
when I
all.
was younger, I used to fucking break things. I used to get
And
really angry.
and do you know, right? My grandson was 6 years old the first time I turned up, and he ran towards me, and he grabbed me, and he gave me a kiss. That's the first and only time I've ever had a kiss on him.
Also, routines. Never break
Yeah.
their routines, because you will know about it. So if
Yeah.
she's broken her son's routine, I'm talking about Julie's son. I'm not going to say his name because it's not fair.
No, you don't have to.
If she's taking him out of a routine that he likes, yeah, he's going to have a lot of behaviours, you know. But like I said, I don't know what happens behind closed doors. This is the thing. That's
Well,
why
my grandson, he's a runner.
No, I'm not talking about your grandson.
Yeah, we have to keep front door locked. His windows, he can't open them, so he can't get out of them. He likes to climb. He likes to
annoy everyone.
pull. Like, my daughter put Christmas tree up, and the Christmas tree lights won't work. So off she went to B&Q to get some Christmas lights. I only went in the kitchen to make a cup, and I turned around, where's the Christmas tree gone? Right? Yeah. So it's in my daughter's. She's got her bedrooms downstairs, so it's in my daughter's bedroom, which we're right next. I walk in, and it's everywhere. I didn't realise all branches come off individually. I had to slap them on. So I thought, oh, I'll get it back together because there's no lights on it. She's gone for them. So I come in, and I didn't realise that each branch was colour coordinated, right? And I was just sticking them in everywhere. And I looked and I thought, this ain't right. But it looked good. There were and my daughter walked in, she went, what the hell happened to that? Your son. But you know, once the lights were on it.
What did he do to it? Did he just pull it over?
He just took it to bits. All branches off in bedroom.
Oh shit.
But they were individual, they poked in the branches. So when my daughter come in, she said the colour coordinated, you know, Mum was like, so, right. So we put it back. But once the lights were on it and twinkling, never bothered. He never touched it, just sat there watching pretty lights. But because the lights were broken.
The thing is, lights do put them in a trance for some reason. I don't know why. It sort of calms the nerves down. Well,
yeah.
receptors in the brain.
I'd sit there for hours and watch Christmas tree. And we got this. I've got a video on. I think it's on my TikTok. So he got this train, and it was like light up train, and the track was like in a circle, like but in a figure of 8, but it was a circle. So as the train went round this figure of 8 circle track, the track moved around the floor like a bouncy ball. And we turned lights off, and he'd just sit and watch it for hours. And then he'd go to bed, and I'd put it on and play with this train. My daughter's going, are you for real? I said, it's super cool. I like it. Super cool.
Wait, so you both sat there for hours looking at the tree?
Yeah. He'd go to bed. And I'd put it on and watch this train. And my daughter's like, oh, God.
Yeah, I don't tend to do that. Well, anyway, I'm going to call it a day because it's 2:00. Whoever's been watching, there's no one, so I'm just going to end it without saying anything.
Well, leave it up.
Bye.